very much for taking the time today. I just wanted to ask, first of all, is it proven now, with the MLS and the German soccer team both succeed, or the teams that succeed in the MLS using the most data, is it proven now that having all this data and using it can really give you an edge in sports?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, technology helps you get better, right, and gives you data, which you can then use it how you want to. And we see this technology getting more and more in with teams, and it's happening now. More and more teams are using that, so we think like it's going to be more of the norm in the future.
Mm-hmm. And using all this data and tracking all this data, are there any insights that maybe these teams have gotten that they weren't able to understand before that you've talked to them about?
Yeah. So definitely putting these sensors on the body, right, and tracking what these players do, not just the physical but the physiological, that is all information that is useful and relevant, right? Some of that has been there in the past, and more is coming in the future. Now the fact that we can put all these sensors and let them do exactly what they're doing without hindering them gives more real contextual data, information that you can convert into valuable insights.
One of the things that nobody managed to ask during your talk, and I've been dying to ask, is I've got to imagine that your biggest nemesis in what you do is the washing machine.
Yeah.
So how do you build fabrics and textiles?
That's a great question. See, electronics and washing machines don't go very well together,
No,
right? I mean, you know that from your iPhone or smartphone, right? So, for example, the MyCoach Elite shirt that I showed on the slide, right? The shirt itself actually can go through laundry, right? So we have designed the textile sensors so that they can actually go through your regular laundry. I talked to you about the heart rate monitoring sports bra. That heart rate monitoring sports bra can go into your regular laundry, and we know that people have gotten through laundry again and again. The smart shirt for elite players, it's like it was designed to go for at least 50 washings, right? But it can go for longer. And the way we've done that is like the electronic component on that is snapped on. So when you put it in the laundry, you take the electronic component out and you throw it in the washer, right? Bring it back again, plug that in. So it makes it very simple and easy for people to use, right? As long as you just remember to snap it out before you throw it in the laundry.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that you're an expert in textiles and the chemistry of various fabrics and so forth, right?
I know a little bit about that.
I figure, considering your education background. I wanted to ask about conductive threads and using the actual textiles themselves for conducting this information. Are you doing that now, or is that in the future?
So we actually had our own technology for conductive threads when we were Textronics, right? And at that time, our business model was to bring these components for people to do more smart textiles, right? But since then, we've evolved where we actually do the full systems as opposed to individual materials or components. And at this time, so that we can do the best full system together, we get the best components that's available either in-house or from outside, right? So as a result, then we use sometimes our own components, and sometimes we use other people's component that makes the system better.
Are there any interesting advances going on in that area that you're watching closely?
Yeah, so actually there's a lot of work going on in those textiles, and there's a lot of work going on in the universities, and we actually partner with some universities on that work as well. And then obviously there are a lot of activity going on, particularly with startups. And I think that is going to continue to evolve and get better, right? And that helps in multiple ways, like you can probably then detect more things, right? Sensors which are more capable than they are today. Typically, one of the challenges is like the quality of the data that you get and the noise and the signal to noise ratio, and that continues to improve along. So overall, I would say is like, I mean, we have a lot better materials today than we had 10 years ago when we first started out in this thing, right? And I would certainly hope that we have a lot more better in the next few years.
Excellent. I guess my final question is going to be, how did you staff up the data scientist aspect of this? You said that insights are the most important thing.
Correct, right, yeah. So we actually partnered with some people and some universities to bring their talent in. We actually had some in-house capabilities, and we also supplemented that with some external people, right? Including, I mentioned to you about our partnership with Exos, which used to be Athletes Performance Institute, who work with top athletes of the world and train them as well, right? As well as some universities, right? Which do a lot of that, and so that's what we've sort of brought in all together, right, as the best team possible to bring these insights.
So you're actually grabbing them as soon as they come out of university?
So yeah, we actually have hired some people, and then we actually work with the university and the professors so that we get the best talent that's out there also.
Okay, so excellent. So you've got a farm system just like the football teams. I'm sorry. I'm using
That is true, right? So I mean, we want to get the best talent on this thing. So.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex.
Take care.
Enjoy it. Thank you.